What's going on, guys? Good evening. It's Brandon going to grab some dinner here real quick. Just took a shower. This video, first thing that we're going to discuss is that as I anticipated he might do, Misha blocked me on Facebook, which is fine. I knew that was probably going to happen because I didn't care about remaining friends with Misha if Misha refuses to learn about rear caster and teach it to his folks. Because if he can't even teach people about rear caster, there's no way in hell he's gonna be honest with people about the governors on the Corvette, let alone honest with himself about the governors on the Corvette. And I want to be very clear, the governors on the Corvette are not traction control and electronic stability control. It's a new kind of governor system, and the problem is it glitches, guys. And it's very imperceivable. You don't notice that it's there. There's no detection as you're usually used to. But I'm not going to get into that again. That's not what this video is going to be about. This video is going to be about, first we're going to end this Misha topic and we're going to move on. But before we end this Misha topic, my goal with Misha is outcome, guys. My goal is for Misha to, I don't care if he refers to me as Satan. I don't care if he refers to me as the most psychotic guy in the world. What I'm after is for Misha to watch my video, which he did, because otherwise he wouldn't have blocked me, okay? I'm after Misha to watch the video and then for it to marinate in Misha's mind. Is this guy right? Is there a rear caster angle? And should I not tell my 500,000 Facebook friends and millions of YouTube viewers and all these different people, should I not tell them about this rear caster thing since it makes the car unstable and it can get people killed if they do it wrong? Should I perpetuate the lie, which he currently perpetuates the lie, that all you got to do is set up rear camber and rear toe, and there you go, and the car's ready to rock at the ring? That's not correct if you're dealing with a C7 or C8 Corvette. It's not correct if you're dealing with any of the newer body style Lamborghinis. It's not correct if you're dealing with a lot of different cars. A lot of cars have rear caster angles which need to be set, and you can't ignore that setting, otherwise it gets knocked out of alignment when you set the camber and the toe. So he's either going to teach people the truth about what keeps people alive in race cars and sports cars, or he's going to continue to perpetuate the lie that it doesn't matter and lead people astray to where people can get hurt and killed. So the ball is completely in Misha's court. And if Misha never makes a video about rear caster, and I mean this, I hope you see this, Misha, if you never make a video about rear caster, you are the biggest fucking hypocrite in the world. Don't even bother saying that you care about human safety. Go fuck yourself, buddy. I see through the bullshit, okay? But I gotta get clicks, and that's boring to people. Go fuck yourself, okay? There's a lot of people out there who can skip the episode if it's above their head, but you at least need to mention it. You at least need to say, hey, you know what? If you don't set this properly when you align your car's unstable and it can kill you. And that's probably why that STO I was driving with my girlfriend wasn't working out very well. And it's a good thing that one of my psychotic viewers, you don't even have to say my name, it was a good thing that one of my viewers pointed it out to me. Or go ahead and lie, Misha, and say, you know what, I did some detective work and I found out through calling the Lamborghini store and the Porsche stores and some other guys who know what the fuck they're talking about, and I've discovered, go ahead and say you discovered it, Misha. I don't care. I'm about outcome. I'm about 500,000 fucking people learning that what you're currently teaching them is bullshit. You're not teaching people about rear caster, and that's a fucking problem. Period. I don't care if you're not my Facebook friend anymore, buddy. I wasn't out to make friends with you today. I was out to make you watch my fucking video, and I knew if I made it abrasive enough, you'd have enough people say, dude, do you see what this guy's saying about you? And you guys need to share this video too with him also. And if he doesn't teach people about it, again, the guy, at that point, I've lost all respect. So ball's in your court, Misha. I can get over it. I can go back to giving you compliments, saying the guy's a great dude. But it all cruxes on this. It all cruxes on this. So let's see what you can do, big guy. Okay, so that's that. That's the end of that topic. So next topic. So I woke up this morning super early, like I said this morning in the first video, and I kind of came to the conclusion that I need to do the non-Z51 first because I need to get the cooling kit created, because that will bring a lot of people joy and bring a lot of people safety. And it's also kind of an eye-opener for me how much mechanical diff cars are worth when they're configured properly. So let's talk about this. We're going to go to the next topic, which is back to Porsche. So Porsche is releasing the 992.2 or whatever the hell it's called body style. It's the new body style, the new refresh. And in the GT3s, they've made considerable cooling improvements, which is a big deal. And those cooling improvements make it so that the GT3s, which have the 9,000 RPM rev limit on the GT3 regular and the GT3 RS, or excuse me, the GT3 Touring, okay? The GT3 RS probably always stayed cool, but the GT3 and the GT3 Touring, they're rumored to have overheated before, so now they've made it where they don't overheat anymore, supposedly, which is good. They've got all this extra cooling going on. A little bit of backstory. What they basically did was they took the 911 ST, which was like a $500,000 car, is over $400,000, which was also a mechanical diff car. And they basically gave all the, not all, but pretty much all the important mechanical components of the, I just almost watched two people run into each other head on. All the mechanical components, they gave those components to the regular GT3s. And even the lightweight package, you can basically get the light bow package in the GT3, so it's like you're buying an ST just without the fancy logo, and you're saving a whole lot of money. But the GT3s have gotten super expensive. They start out at like $220 and some change now, which is really expensive. They used to be $180. But the thing is, I sit there and I say to myself, they got the hybrid stuff coming next generation, and I sit there and say to myself, damn, I really want one of these cars. And so it really toggles you, as I mentioned the other night, it toggles you between, well, do I spend a little bit more money and get a McLaren 750? Now I'm back in an e-diff car. Am I going to be okay with that? Now I've got a super fast car in a straight line, but is that what I really want? I've gone plenty fast in my life, guys. I've gone 220 miles per hour several times. I've gone 180 miles per hour more times than I could ever count. I'm talking hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of times I've gone 180. So to me, the bragging and the self, the satisfaction I get from going 180, it doesn't appeal to me much anymore. I can still do it. It's not like I'm scared to do it. It's just, I don't need to do it. It doesn't bring me any joy. What brings me more joy is to know that I'm in a trustworthy car, which leads us back to the whole mechanical diff debate, right? And so the regular GT3, or even if you get the GT3 Touring and you only get the, PDK, the automatic, the dual clutch PDK, if you get that transmission, you're getting an e-diff. Now, granted, their e-diff program's a lot better than General Motors' e-diff program, and the car has rear wheel steering. But with all that said, only the mechanical transmission has the mechanical diff. So where I was thinking was, and I don't know if I explained this the other night in the video or not, but where my mind was I was going to get the manual transmission, and then I was going to later on down the road keep the car for a long time and end up twin turboing it and also getting a sequential transmission in it. And the sequential transmission would go into the manual transmission. Okay, so here, I got to run in here real quick and grab the food because they're calling me right now. Oh, let's see here. So we've attracted a lot of new viewers. A lot of people came from Misha's world, and a lot of those people realize, holy shit, this guy isn't bullshit. He's telling the truth about things because he's a Corvette guy, and he's not saying that the Corvette should have ran a better time. He's actually saying that the Corvette has flaws. So, wow, I bet you this guy's telling the truth. Okay. And then there's the other guys who are just your typical low IQ weirdos who want to come on the channel and comment. They don't know what they're talking about. And let's see here. Hey, how you doing? Pick up for Brandon. Yeah, I was just calling. Yeah, you're good. They got the cinnamon only in there? Okay.
Let me check that out for you guys. Yeah, cinnamon only.
Perfect. Yeah, just write $2 on there and do a little squiggle line and you're fine. Give yourself a $2 tip. I appreciate you. It's only a $8 order. It's just a sweet potato and asparagus. The reason why it was 12 bucks the other night or other day is because I had 2 sweet potatoes and asparagus. So anyway, back to on topic. Sorry about that. Let's see here. They were calling me and it was going to interrupt the video if I didn't go in there and pay them. So I was damned if I did, damned if I didn't. So I just walked in instead of end the call. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, by the way, who are new to the channel, I own a C8Z06 and I happen to be the highest mileage C8Z06 driver outside of General Motors. I have a 45,000 mile Z06 C8 and I had another C8 Z06 that I put 32,000 miles on. And before that, I owned Z51 C8s as well as non-Z51 C8s, and the non-Z51 C8 with its mechanical diff is the one that I prefer the most. It doesn't have as good of an engine as the Z06, but that mechanical diff is awesome. And that's really what opened up my eyes. I've always been a car guy. I've always been an affluent car guy. I always thought I knew my shit. There's always more to learn in the world. And the mechanical diffs, which are only present in the STO and the Technica and the 911 Touring manual and the 911 ST, and then the cup cars like the 911 cup cars and the C8R race car, they all have mechanical diffs. And so I came to realize, look at this guy without his headlights on. And think about how fucking he just turned them on right as I was filming them. Anyway. Okay, so anyway, at least he turned them on. See, it's never too late, Misha. You can still talk about rear caster. Be like the guy who just turned on his headlights at the last second. So the point is, I'm all about outcome on this channel, and I forgot to mention, my other big goal is if Misha would start talking about the flaws with the C8Z06, that would cause the community to then learn about the flaws, and that would put General Motors into a corner. And what's the outcome there? General Motors has to make the cars better moving forward because now they're embarrassed. People don't want to buy the cars anymore in their shitty condition and their shitty format. Right? So you see the method behind my madness? I'm not here to make friends with Misha, guys. I'm here to get the fucking cars fixed and maybe save a couple people's lives because Misha's talking nonsense. He's talking nonsense. He doesn't know what he's talking about. He's great at the track. He knows the track well. He's a great driver, but he doesn't know how to make cars better, and he doesn't know what the problem is with a car. You put him in an STO with bad rear caster, the guy has no fucking clue how to fix the car. He just says the whole car is broken. Whole car is bad. Whole STO is a horrible car, isn't it, Misha? So I'm just sick of the ignorance. I'm sick of the stupid people who don't understand cause and effect of what makes a car good and what makes a car bad. STO is a fantastic fucking car. But anyway, neither here nor there. So let's continue. What other topic did I want to cover? So back to this thing. I realized I probably want to get the non-Z51. I'm going to wait here. Well, no, I need to get the Z06 turned in. It's a lemon, so I need to get that process rolling here. Get the Z06 turned in, and then once I get that Z06 turned in, then I'll get the non-Z51 again. I'm going to start working on my patents full-time again. I've got some money saved up, and I've realized that I just need to get my expenses down and just work full-time on my patents. And we'll get this non-Z51 thing rolling, hopefully, and life will be good. This non-Z51 cooling kit. So back to this. This is what I was getting at. If people are willing to pay the big money for the, Porsches that drive properly, if you could come out with a non-Z51 that you can take to the racetrack, assuming General Motors doesn't do it with the Grand Sport. Now with the Grand Sport, which I firmly believe is coming, they could release a mechanical diff on the Grand Sport. That would be fantastic. Boy, would that be good. But I don't think it's coming. So with that said, if it's not coming, then this whole thing just opens the doors for me, where if I can make non-Z51s like $110,000 car, that's still half the fucking price of a GT3, a base GT3, and a base GT3 Touring. So at that point, a person has a choice between a $220-some thousand Porsche with zero options or a $110,000 Corvette that handles better at the racetrack than the Z06 and handles better at the racetrack than the Z51, absolutely, by the time we put our proper tires and brakes and wheels and different things on it, and our proper cooling system. So I can create a brand around this, and we don't even have to tune the cars. Could we tune the cars and put turbos on them? Sure. But if I do it, it's not going to be one of these half-ass kits. There's no way I'm going to put my name on a car like these other guys. And credit where credit's due. Say some nice stuff about Andrew and these guys. I don't expect them to get things right first swing. It's a progression. What I can't stand is the lies. Don't bullshit a bullshit. Don't bullshit a bullshitter. Don't bullshit a person who knows cars forward and backward. And I get that vibe when I talk to Andrew on the phone, like he's trying to bullshit me into the fact that their cars have no issues, no check engine lights, no nothing. And neither here nor there. Okay, I'm not going to get into that right now. But anyway, the point is there's a brand here that can be created once we create this proper cooling system for the Corvettes, for the non-Z51, and the transmission and the engine. So I'm looking forward to getting back into a non-Z51. I haven't decided if I'm going to get into a used one or if I'm going to get into a new one. I think that there's a body style refresh coming potentially on all the Corvettes. And so here in halfway through 2025. And so I think that I might get a 2025 non-Z51 here in a minute with the new body. So we'll see. Hopefully that video is of some use to some of you. And sorry, I just make videos in my free time when I'm going to grab dinner. We got these little obnoxious worm people from Misha's wall that came in. Yeah, why didn't you go do something so you can fucking pay around? I own a fucking Z06, you wannabe bitch. I own multiple Z06s. Oh, that's the other thing I want to talk to you about. The C7 Z06, it's been ruled as a total loss finally. So now I got to battle with the insurance company and get more money out of them because at least they've ruled it as a total loss. So that's good. So now I just got to battle with the insurance company, get more money, and that'll be that. So that'll be good. So, all right. Anyway, I'll let you guys go. Talk to you soon. I appreciate you. See ya.